Hello and welcome. I'm Gwendolyn Hurrett, Product Manager for Content Manager. Today we're going to look at the new Content Manager app, focusing on new features. The Content Manager app is downloadable from your App Store on Android or iOS. Here we're on the app's homepage and we can see that we're on version 23.3, which is our latest release. As a reminder, any questions that remain unanswered after this demo, you can always go into the Help section of the mobile. The Help section is a mobile-specific help document that you can search. In this app, we navigate using the hamburger menu. All options are here in the navigation bar. As a reminder, you can control those in the Options menu by going into Menu Configuration. In the menu configuration, I can select what menu items are displayed and which are not, and I can change these by toggling to add or to remove items. I can also change my home page if I wish to, and of course I can apply changes. This applied change has now taken me to my new home page, which is the search. I can also, if I wish to, at any time go back into options and reset to get rid of any changes I've made. In this edition, we're focusing on three themes: upload, edit, and secure. So in this short video, we will cover the new upload features, the new edit features, and the new secure features. Let's start with upload. A new feature is that now when we are adding a document, not only is the record type method still available, this hasn't changed, so I can select, for example, an office record type and add a document in the same way that I used to be able to. But now a new feature is that I can also use the check-in style method if I want, so I can easily toggle back and forth between the methods. We've added the check-in style to keep it consistent to the input method that users are used to using Content Manager with our other integrations such as Teams and Outlook, for example. So you can select any check-in style which has been made mobile compatible. In this case, I'm going to use my contract for mobile check-in style. The check-in style works the same way as it does with our other integrations, meaning that any defined properties will already be filled in. In this case, you can see that the container, for example, was predetermined by the check-in style, so the user doesn't have to go looking for it. Now let's upload something. Now remember that mobile app users are usually on the go. So let's say that I'm out with a customer and I've just had a contract signed. This is in my downloaded items and I'm going to upload it. So I have a new contract with big company. I'm going to input a title. And I'm going to save this new record. My new contract with big company has now been uploaded. Now remember, this is the upload, edit, and secure edition of the mobile app. So we've done some changes to editing as well. As you can see, I'm not able to edit such things as the container. So let's have a look and change that. I could modify the container, for example. I could also change the assignee, for example. So let's select that assignee. Because I was logged in as admin when I uploaded this, admin is the default assignee. I could, of course, search for another value and add that value. Or if I wanted to see a list of available options, I can search all and scroll through those options to select and change that. Other changes to upload are when I'm uploading records not from the app, but directly from my phone. If you remember, CM mobile app users are usually on the go. They might be working in a warehouse or they might just be outside of an office context, traveling or on a remote site. Let's say, for example, that I'm in a meeting and that I have a new version of the contract that's being created. I may wish to scan this contract. So in this case, I'm not able to scan in this demo, but let's imagine that this is a new copy of the contract and that I'd be scanning and uploading that. Or perhaps I even have physical evidence attached to my record. So I can share that, same as I could before, directly from my mobile phone. And we can do that for a photo, for a document, could be for anything. The new difference is that I'm able not only to create a new record, but I'm able to add to an existing record. So this is a new option in 23.3. So I'm going to click add to existing record, and it's going to give me some search options. So I could look at recent documents, for example, and of course the contract I've just uploaded comes up. I could look at my favorites, or I could do a search. In this case, let's simply select our recent document. What we're doing here is attaching a file to that record. This says that we've successfully saved the record, so we've successfully added a new file to that record, a later version, if you will. Now that I've uploaded not only a new contract, but also a new version of the contract, I may wish to continue the editing by sharing this with some colleagues and continuing the editing process. So let's search for the record that I've just added and let's share it with some colleagues. So first of all, we've made some changes to the search. Let's search for contract. Now I see that the contract I've uploaded is now an image because remember that's the latest version of what I've uploaded. So from here, of course, the search results view has not changed. So by clicking on it, I can view the item, and I've of course got these options here. Properties as we had before, where we've seen that we can now edit some of those values, add to favorites, which was pre-existing if I want to get to it quicker as a shortcut. But we now have this new share feature. So let me share this record with my colleagues. Now, when I share, I can determine how I'd like to share this, because remember in Content Manager, we can either share the electronic document itself or simply the record number, or I can even send some links, whether they're for the desktop or the mobile. So this may look like a lot, but I really would just configure it once and then it would save my settings. For the sake of the demo, let's select all of them, although that's probably unrealistic, but just so that you can see what they all look like. And let's choose to share. Let's share with email this time. So what it's going to do is from the address that I've configured in the system, it's going to send the record as well as all the information we selected. So I did say that it would be a lot, but all the links as well as the record as an attachment simply because we selected all those options. So I'm just going to share this with myself. It's a demo after all, and send that email. So let's leave the app and go into our emails. Let's go into Gmail. And here I can see that it's been sent. If I select that email, I'll have all the information, all the links, as well as the attached file that I chose to send. That's the extent of the upload and the edit portion of this video. Now let's talk a little bit about the secure, which is the final new features of this new release. We have some new security features. The first is there is some control over the folder that downloaded items go into. So as a reminder, you can choose to have offline copies of documents, but we have now secured the folder that those go into so you can only access them through the app. You will not be able to browse them on your device. Another security feature that we've implemented is we have tested mobile device management applications against the application. For example, we've tested in Intune, and you can now control what users are able to do, whether it's sharing, which was just demoed, whether it's downloading files. So if you are an organization with an MDM policy, you'll be able to apply that to the app. And then, of course, the final feature that we have is a session timeout. You can configure the session timeout from the administrative console across your organization, and it will determine how many minutes of inactivity the user can have before the app decides to log them out. We had to wait a minute for it, but there it is. Your session has expired. Please log in again. So I was inactive for a minute, which was what I set it to. As an admin, it can be from 1 to 720 minutes, or you can choose not to use this feature if you don't wish to. That concludes our demo of Content Manager 23.3. We hope you like the new release.